The Monsters Playbook is an adventure podcast for grown-ups. It contains violence and profanity and deals with adult themes that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. Specific content warnings can be found in the episode's show notes. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Monsters Playbook, an actual play Monster of the Week podcast where the stakes are real, but everything else is fake. This week on the cover story, the team has a lead on where to find their archenemy. Unfortunately, that lead comes from their other archenemy. Is the enemy of my archenemy my arch friend? No time to dwell on that. Talk needs help. Aaron Davis needs saving, and there's another person out there who can control giant elemental monsters. Just another day at the office for our heroes, huh?
I'm John, and I play Mark Clayton.
I'm Lauren, and I play Kira and Anna Ashwood.
I'm Miah, and I play Casey Davis and Theo Nessos.
I'm Johnny, I play literally everybody else. Let's hit the streets.
For those of you that didn't know, last time Mark Clayton leveled up and he decided to take another move from a different playbook, and he went to the Wronged and picked up Never Again. In combat, you may choose to protect someone without rolling, as if you had rolled a 10 plus, but you may not choose to suffer a little harm. So this will be interesting.
Extra protective.
Yup.
Cool, because he's a team player.
So, the last thing that happened was you all received I would say good news, bad news text. Good news, you now officially have a lead on Nathaniel Rose. Bad news, it's coming from Rex Crook.
Yeah, I mean, he's just making good on his side of the bargain, hopefully.
Yeah.
And he texted all of us, right?
We texted everybody except for Casey. She was texting Talk to let them know that I'm going to be late.
Mm-hmm. I guess the question is, how do we want to approach this?
Do you want me to do anything with Vanya's blood?
Perhaps. I mean, we know where, if we know where Nathaniel's going, then we could get there. But I'm wondering if there's any way that we could use Adrian's blood or Vanya's blood to tap into Adrian and like weaken him or something.
I could with what I had done with Rex Crook is like freeze him. Because I believe last time I used Rex Crook's hair to like stop him.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I think before we do anything, Kira would actually take out her phone and she would kind of look around to the group and be like, well, I guess there's only a way to find out where he is. She'll call Rex.
For funsies.
Yeah.
Roll manipulate someone.
Okay. 11.
Okay. You'll hear the click and then sort of far away, an arm's length away from the receiver.
Well, Mr. Hand, you owe me a Coke. Miss Ashwood.
Rex, got your text. You say you have information for us?
Indeed I do. But before I give it to you, you should know that he's, well, it's home turf, I suppose you might say. You'll want to be careful going in.
One of his businesses?
Something like that. He is at the Stroud Mansion.
How is that home turf? I mean, I know the connection, but he's from like the bastard line.
Well, I suppose he's hoping that blood doesn't mind.
Johnny, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Since the last time that we were at the Stroud Mansion, has anything happened to it? Is it still like uninhabited? What's the latest on the property?
I don't know. Have you been keeping an eye on it? Why don't you roll investigate a mystery?
Okay. I think so. I mean, that was like one of our first biggest stories at the tuba.
It was the first story.
It's a 9.
Okay. So first of all, Frank Garcia never went back. You did later find out that he got a sort of nominal payout from Jeremy Stroud, but officially the ownership of the house kind of just reverted back to, well, technically the bank that gave Frank the mortgage. So it's been a little limbo-y as to who or what owns the house.
Mm-hmm.
And as you'll recall, there was quite a bit of fire damage that, as far as you know, has not been repaired by anyone because of this sort of ambiguous legal situation concerning the ownership of the house.
Okay.
But Rex will tell you that in the last 3 days, as far as his sources can tell you, there has been quite a bit of activity indeed. Vans going to and from, into and out of the garage of the house, between 1 and 3 a day for the last 3 days.
Can you describe the vans? What do they look like?
Refrigerated.
Refrigerated trucks. Do we know where the trucks are from? Are they just owned by his company, or where are they coming from?
Well, in situations like this, it's traditional to use rented trucks such that there's less of chance of a paper trail.
Sure. Have you seen anybody else going into the mansion? Any other figures?
Well, they're going into and out of the property itself through the sort of covered garage, but Rose himself has been seen, I guess, stepping out for air.
I see.
The odd thing about the vans is that they are not coming from the same place. Whatever they're delivering, they're getting it from all around the city.
Do you know the places of origin in particular?
We're working on it, but it's hard. My source's eyes are on the mansion and not reverse engineering their points of origin.
Well, let me know if you find out anything else.
I don't think that was our deal.
Then why tell me that you're working on it?
Because I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Look, we're not going to have any issues if we try to move in on Nathaniel, are we?
Not from me.
Good. Because after he did what he did to you, I think you can agree that he's best if he's taken off the map.
One parting piece of advice.
What's that?
Put him in a shroud.
Thanks for the advice. Talk to you later, Rex. Kira will turn back to the group and she will relay the information that she learned from talking to Rex. So it sounds like refrigerated. There are vans going to and from the mansion. I have a feeling it is connected to these bodies that are showing up, these people that are going missing and being drained of blood. Maybe it's to open the hallway from what Mark saw in his vision.
And Rex just gave you this information freely?
No. We'd crossed paths with him in the past. Made something of an agreement.
What kind of agreement?
We helped him look into one of his associates who'd been causing a stir. In exchange, he would tell us information to ruin Nathaniel Rose, since Nathaniel was playing him for a fool.
Wait, so you're telling me that we've got Nathaniel?
He's at the Stroud Manor. It sounds like a lot of activity is going on, though. If we're going to make a move, we have to be careful. Adrian is headed to Nathaniel, so I can only assume that that means that he's going to be headed to the mansion also. If he has some sort of power over blood, and if I'm right, and they're carting a bunch of blood over, we should try to debuff him, take him out. If we can make him ineffective, then hopefully we can stop whatever they're doing. But the fact of the matter is, we still have to deal with Talk and the rest of these other murders that are going on. I think we need to split up.
I was about to say, I'll deal with Talk. The doors matter.
What a fun idea.
Shut up.
Talk is a doors manner. I was going to propose that I handle that.
I think Anna kind of steps up. You want some backup? She just smiles at you.
Sure. It wouldn't hurt, I guess.
Perfect.
So wait, where is everybody right now?
Right now we're still at Dawnbreak headquarters, but we're talking about maybe splitting up. And honestly, we might want to call in some more reinforcements too. This is going to be quite a fight, I think.
I mean, I might be able to call in some agents from Doors to back us up when we take the Stroud Manor. Is there somebody specific you're thinking about?
Well, I mean, we can call Nick and Tommy. Maybe there's a few people from Dawnbreak that could help out. I can call Donovan. We could maybe get in touch with Darcy and the rest of the folks that you picked up.
I can do that.
Should we consult Ro on this one?
Is there a reason to involve a king of their here?
If she thinks she can help, we'll take all the help we can get.
I'll look into it.
All right, so then I think Kira will then make the calls that she needs to Nick and Tommy, to Donovan.
Same with Casey, to Doors and Darcy and Blink and Gavin.
Yeah, so she'll call Donovan, she'll call Nick and Tommy. I think she will ask the folks at Dawnbreak to maybe prep by like getting maybe some weapons ready or stuff like that. For the folks who are more battle ready, she would ask if they would kind of come and give assistance. So I think it's like the book and probably Yuna, if there's any other, a handful of fighters. Vanya, if she wants to come, but I'm nervous.
So that's quite a lot. Tell me concisely, who is going where?
Anna and Casey and Casey's team, so Jesse and Gia, are going to talk. And Casey was going to have backup ready.
What do you mean by that?
Have some Doors agents prepared and like standing in the wings to like descend on the Stroud Manor after we kind of just play cleanup crew, I guess.
Okay.
And then I was going to maybe call Darcy, Gavin, and Blink.
To come with you to talk or to surround the manor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Theo at?
She's with you guys. Are we wanting to bring Catrell?
That's a question probably for Mark.
She will go wherever you go, Mark, or wherever you tell her to.
Will she?
Teacher's pet.
Yeah, with a chaos. With a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna team up with Catrell. Catrell, I think, should be there, and Theo. Oh, I was also gonna reach out to Ro.
Yeah, why don't you reach out to Ro?
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I think she's still angry with you. Last you talked to her, she was like, "How fares Darcy? How fares the angel?"
I think Mark is just in the mindset of he needs to solve a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Ring, ring.
Oh my god.
You all got mad at him for just starting to talk.
I think that's his defense mechanism now. Like that's
Knock,
him
knock.
going like, knock, knock. Can I talk to you?
There. Roll manipulate someone.
Are you sure you wanted me to roll that?
I am sure. It's all I want right now.
That would be a 5.
Neat.
I mean, on brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ro, do you have a second?
The connection you make doesn't feel right, and a voice goes, "She does not."
Oh, shit.
Who's this?
I am Corvid.
Wait, who? Corvin?
Corvid.
Oh, Corvid.
McCormick, have you lost all of your memories?
Maybe the ones that I remember you. What is, who are you and why can't I reach Ro?
Irritated. Ro is indisposed.
With what?
Battle. Kingly duties. I am another of her princes.
I see. And she's put you in charge of the phone?
She's put me in charge of you.
Oh, I see. Why has she put you in charge of me?
She does not merit you as worthy of direct contact.
Is this because of Darcy?
No, McCormick. It is because of you.
Have I done her a disservice?
Well, you have not done her service.
I hate this guy.
And let me guess, until I do that service, she's not going to talk to me.
You have not lost all of your memories.
I see. Well, it was nice meeting you. I think he hangs up.
All right.
Well, the Ro's not going to help. I'm just going to send him flashes of really grotesque thoughts that I have every now and again just to piss him off. It'll be great.
Roll plus weird.
11.
Oh boy. The first time you do that, you attempt to like kind of transmit upsetting images. What first of all, what is it?
Yeah, describe
it,
disturbing
please.
Messages you're sending, Mark.
After Lariat threw up one of his pieces of food or something like that, I just have a snapshot in my head of it. So I just like
owl
send it
pellets.
out to him.
It's probably like not unfamiliar for a bird.
Just to get him,
Yeah.
Just ruffle his feathers.
Ruffle his feathers, as they say.
Oh boy. You get back an image of the bottom half of a days-old deer corpse writhing with maggots.
Oh,
Nice.
the game continues.
I have in my notes here. Oof, Corvid's laugh.
Yes. Hate it, but love it.
And then I think the time he sends that back, this is going to be the start of a beautiful relationship.
So, heading to northeast to rejoin Tak will be Casey, Anna, Gia, and Jesse. Heading to the manor will be Kira, Mark, Catrell, and Theo. And to be at the ready will be some degree of detachment from Doors, as well as Darcy, Gavin, and Blink.
Yeah. Did you need me to roll for them at all? Like,
I think I
to
do.
convince them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we wanted to call up Tommy and Nick and Donovan also?
Why the fuck not?
We have a lot of people.
Yeah, you do.
That's going to be a 6.
Okay. You sure did.
This was to convince them to like have extra support from Doors.
Yeah, I rolled it as deal with the agency.
Ah.
My plan was to approach it as like, we got a hot tip and I want some people to check it out and provide backup. But I'm imagining that Casey is letting Gia drive for Van and Casey is calling.
Okay. Oh, okay. Big day for Gia.
Because I also know it would get under Jesse's skin.
Jesus. So I think the way that call goes then, the only way this works for you to fail that is for whoever you call to try for it and like make the push, but then come up against
Maybe not enough resources.
plus the reason behind the deployment is being called into question. Your words. This agency is not your personal sniper rifle. And then Casey will roll manipulate someone for Cross's team.
Okay, they're not Cross's team. Cross is dead. 9. Actually, because I took a move that effectively made them a contact for my move, I know a guy. So from the Freelancer playbook, the move I know a guy on a 7 to 9, they can provide it, but you owe them a favor.
Okay. That makes sense. I even think I know what they want their favor to be.
Oh, yeah?
They want to be Jesse's team.
You want to be Jesse's team?
Yep.
Does Jesse even want a team?
They don't care.
I guess I can see what I can do. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Are you on the phone with them?
We can like fast track this, but I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Congratulations, Jesse. You've been promoted.
What? Okay.
Kira was going to call in Donovan and the Sparks Bros.
I'm not going to make you roll or role play that. They'll come.
Okay.
John Wander, would you roll a naked d6 for me, please, to decide which group we want to follow first?
4.
Perfect. To the West Bank.
Before we head out, can Anna actually do like could she have spent some time when everybody was kind of making like their calls and stuff to have healed up and done that like heart glow spell for anybody that needs it?
Yes, please.
Please.
Roll use magic.
Okay. A 9?
Pick a glitch.
I think maybe it's just of short duration, so maybe it's not like the full like 30 minutes or whatever. Maybe it's only like enough to heal up like 1 or 2 or something.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So everybody heals up 1.
Okay. So Kira heals up 2 technically because she is resilient.
Okay. But that was 1 for everybody else.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Okay. So Gia pulls you up. You are off in like basically some like city block neighborhood streets and pulling up to a roped off crime scene. And yes, you drove past. On your left, there's a church, and then you cross the street, and on your right, there's a school, and then it's sort of across the street in the yard of somebody's house is where this crime scene is roped off into.
I think as we're like driving, Casey will just kind of fill in everybody that like this is a firefighter, so talk is concerned that this is going to get out since it's uniformed officer, as well as the police officer though on the case is Horowitz, if you remember from
Yeah. He knows a little bit about the invisible family.
Yeah, so hopefully it should be a little bit easier to keep under the rug.
Or he'll just stick his nose where it doesn't belong. I mean, it'll go great.
There is like a very sleek black car that you're presuming to be Tox parked, and then sort of jackknifed in the middle of the road is like a police cruiser set up there so that nobody can really get in or get through this particular block.
Mm-hmm.
There's the person talking to the uniformed officer is slight of build, extremely well dressed in an all black suit with like, You know the good haircut that you can give Geralt in Witcher 3? Like top pulled back into ponytail, shaved sides and back.
Yep.
That's Talk.
Cool.
And they turn over as they see the familiar Star-Spangled Van pull up.
Whoa. It's not a Star-Spangled Van. Don't want to Americanize it that much, please.
Yeah, the other thing that you will notice then is that there is, in the yard, there is probably like a white plastic sheet draped over like a human body shaped lump. What do you do?
Get out of the van. Then Casey will lead the way and make her way over to Talk.
Anna's gonna kind of doing a look around, gonna case the joint. Should be in a bad situation.
Sure.
8.
You can ask one question.
Any dangers that we haven't noticed?
Some of the grass is sort of disturbed around this white plastic sheet. It sort of forms, as far as you can tell, you're the only one who kind of notices it, that there's like the sort of pressed down area of grass that leads off into almost a vague sort of path. And I think as you get a little closer, you can see some like only slightly darker green splotches that seem like some kind of stain. I don't know.
Like a blood stain?
Yeah, maybe.
Great. Is it like a trail?
Vaguely.
She's just kind of clock where it's headed and maybe not get too far, but just kind of drift towards that way because she knows that Kira was supposed to get a piece of evidence from the crime scene, so she might try to get some of the blood.
Okay. It seems to go kind of around the like back of the house.
Okay.
I think Talk, relieved, will be like, oh God, okay. Well, this is the director of doors who should be able to put some of your concerns to rest, officer, boss.
Officer Horowitz, right?
Yeah.
We met a couple of months back at that XL Energy Center, Exploding Boy. Casey will put out her hand in a handshake.
Of course, this is you, shit. He'll reach out and take your hand and do just one hard shake.
I mean, I don't want it to be us shit, but unfortunately it might be. Can you tell me anything about what we suspect happened? And Casey will look between Talk and Horowitz.
They will look between each other as well and then just walk you over to the sheet and pull it back. It is the body of like a maybe middle-aged 40 to 50-year-old heavyset female. It strikes you that the body has been kind of deflated. But in fact, the first thing that you notice is that the face is fully missing.
Like the face or the head?
Like flayed off?
Like, yeah.
Like fucking Hannibal Lecter, kidney with some fava beans?
No. Like the face has been pulled off and the head has been hollowed out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like nothing inside.
Yeah.
I think Anna's like, oh God.
So like a pumpkin.
Thanks for that, John.
So you know something that does this? Asks Horowitz.
Can Anna roll a move that she has? Where is it? Fuck. Her really smart move. Novice Polymath. When you consult your notes and books of study, roll plus sharp. On a hit, the keeper will tell you a useful and specific piece of advice you found in your studies.
Are you like pulling out your books to look that up?
I think she might be. She'll be like, I feel like this sounds kind of familiar. 1 second. One second.
So Anna drops her enormous backpack that she's been carrying and sort of puts it on the ground and starts rifling through and going through some books.
Casey's just like, intern.
I think Anna hears that, just like, fuck off.
Not yours.
Okay. 8 on a hit. So on a success, the keeper will tell you a useful and specific piece of advice you found in your studies. I'm
trying to figure out what you could have seen that could explain some things, because there's a couple of different directions I can go with this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually gonna give you 2 things because
Yay! I'm smart.
You're doing great, sweetie.
The first thing is that I think another thing that you notice and sort of confirm and are able to believe more easily than the rest of the people who are looking at this is that the sort of the direction of the incisions around this face hole definitely came from inside.
Oh, I hate that.
Yep.
How does that even work?
Like
it was cut from the inside and came out, like blood coming out of it. I'm assuming like cuts like instead of somebody cutting it on the arm. Yeah, I don't know.
That's an interesting theory. The second thing I'm going to give you is that I think the thing that sort of occurs to you about the name that the newspapers had given this killer.
The identity thief?
Yeah. There is like an old tradition, like old, like pre-written language tradition of, oh God, this is morbid as fuck. The families of outcasts trying to fool the gods into allowing them into paradise by replacing their face and part of their brain with someone else.
Gross. Okay.
That's what you found.
Okay, so two things.
Mm-hmm.
Both gross.
Extremely disgusting. But the cuts came from within the body. This was not an incision outside of the body. And also there's like this old practice that I read about where sometimes like families of people who were, exiled or outcasts or whatever, they would cut out faces and brains and replace them with somebody else's so that that person could get into like heaven or whatever. It's kind of fucked up, but I think it might be what's going on.
Thanks for the information, Anna.
Why does it feel like that doesn't feel genuine? I don't know why.
I do.
To answer your question, Horowitz, we have 4 other victims that are like this. Still trying to gather more information, but may potentially have a suspect.
Got a name?
Listen, this is the 5th victim. I don't want to send you or any of your other... I don't want to send you into a situation that you're going to have to face something supernatural. Not to say that you're not capable, but...
But I'm not.
You just don't have the specific training like we do. I know that you're a little bit of a special case. You've come across the invisible family. I get it. But I don't want to send you into the hands of a blood elemental.
You shoots Doc a look who like shrugs and shakes their head. All right, now you listen. This is the 5th victim that we know about in my city.
In our city.
Only one of us works for this city. That, he points at his badge. That's what this means. Okay? This place is my responsibility. These people are my responsibility. If you know something that can help me stop this, you have an obligation to help me stop this.
What do you think that you could do?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Say you're face to face with somebody who can manipulate the elements. What can you do? How can you protect yourself?
Don't you worry about my ability to protect myself.
Look, I don't want to send ill-equipped officers into a situation. So prove to me that you're capable.
What do you want to wrestle? What are we doing here?
What sort of supernatural creatures have you come against before, Horowitz?
Why do you know the invisible family?
I want somebody to roll manipulate someone. I want somebody to roll help out.
I'll do help out.
Okay, I'll do manipulate someone. That was a 7 for Anna.
Mine was a 10.
I think he's going to take a few steps away. He's going to count to 5. He's going to walk back. Something made out of tentacles killed my dad. This was a long time ago. The story on the books doesn't match the story that happened. 9 years later, one of them tried to kill me.
How'd you get away?
I had help.
From who?
Your invisible family. He's going to reach into one of the pouches on his belt. They gave me this. And he's going to pull out what looks to be like just the hilt of maybe a small sword.
Can Anna, I think Anna like reaches out her hand. Can I see that for a second? What does it do?
We'll manipulate someone.
8 again.
He will hold it out to you, but not give it to you.
What sort of, I think she kind of gets like down, like looks at it at eye level. What sort of things does this do? Does it have any magic? Can I tell? Is it magic?
Roll investigative mystery. What the hell?
You don't recognize it, Anna?
The dagger?
Yeah, I used to have one.
It's the same one that Casey had?
Not the same, but came from the same place.
I'm wondering if she can kind of get a sense for what sort of magic capabilities it has. 9?
So I think what I can tell you is that it is not magic in the way that you understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And the one of the things that makes this one distinct from the one that Casey had, it has quite a few, as you look at it very closely, you can see there are a lot of like more or less flush with the handle, small circular buttons.
Okay.
It's maybe like 7 or 8.
Have you ever used it before?
Yeah. He puts it back in his pouch. I live in this city too.
All right. You're coming with us.
But real quick, I think we would all just feel better if maybe we give you a little bit of extra protection.
Such as?
I'm wondering if Anna can use one of her abjuration effects to protect Horowitz. I think specifically he's gonna tell me to fuck off.
You want to give him a face tattoo?
So I could do a couple different things. I mean, how do you feel about henna? First of all. Second of all, I could also do like a spell that could like create a little force field around you that could help you mitigate some damage. If you don't want to, get tatted up.
Roll manipulate someone again.
Fuck. 7.
Tatted up.
Yeah. Don't worry. It will go away. It's just temporary.
I guess I'll take door number 2.
Sweet. Okay. Now, just stay still. And I think she starts like drawing some like kind of symbols in the air with her hands. And she's going to take some time to draw someone, to surround someone in a magical field that reduces all the harm from the next hit they take to 0 harm. So he's got a little protection.
Okay. So you are doing that.
And she might also be like, also, did anybody notice that there's like a blood trail going up past that little building over this way? Just saying.
Casey's gonna look to talk. Did they?
I wouldn't call it a trail exactly. And then from inside the house, there is a heavy scrape and thump. Horowitz draws his gun. Tak also draws their gun. Gia fans out a set of knives. I think what I want to do now is take a bit to follow the team that's going to the manor. So Mark and Theo and Kira and the rest.
Catrell, Tommy, Nick, and Donovan.
Tell me what's your approach? What's your kind of plan here?
Kira would suggest that she actually do some recon and maybe fly ahead and get like an aerial view of the situation.
Okay.
To kind of see what we're dealing with. And she maybe will just be in contact with Mark via, telepathy or whatever to kind of relay what she's seeing.
Mark opens up his communication line.
And then I think that's kind of the first order of business because we want to figure out like the best way to maybe bypass any people, security and stuff like that.
Well, I'm going to have you act under pressure to do it secretly, and then I'll have you read a bad situation.
So it's a 10 to act under pressure. And then read a bad situation is... Fuck. Read a bad situation is a 15 advanced move.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that means that I get things. I can ask the keeper any question you want about the situation, not just the listed ones. That doesn't help me. But if you act on your answers, though, which we forget about doing this, you get +1 ongoing while the information is relevant. So don't forget about that, you guys.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
I intend to forget about it.
It's important. So does that mean I get 3 questions and then you tell me something, or how do we do it? What's my best way in, first of all?
Through the cemetery plots. You can tell that most of the activity is happening in the front of the house, and especially down in the basement crypt where you initially fought off, where you had the very first climax of the very first mystery. That whole fire damaged area is being pretty well avoided. Yeah, it's unlit and appears unpatrolled.
Okay. Speaking of patrols, I want to kind of clock what's the current threats situation, like who's coming in and out, what are the guards, what's the surveillance kind of that they have going on. Everything
that's happening is happening indoors. So
okay.
You can see a van approaches, the huge garage door goes up, it goes inside, the garage door closes.
Yeah.
And then you can also see, basically pointing outwards into the sort of twin streets that it's at the intersection of, you can see the roving of rifle sights, like pointing out.
Oh, so there's
at
people
both
like from
streets
inside
with sniper rifles.
sniper rifles. Gotcha. Okay.
And they're like laser sights.
Do you see anything up there?
Yeah, I think as she's kind of relaying all of this like in her mind to you guys as she's doing this.
Are the rest of us located at dawnbreak or like a distance away from
I
there?
was assuming that you guys were like kind of behind,
En
maybe
route,
like several blocks behind or something, just kind of at a safe distance. And Kira just kind of flew ahead to kind of scope out the scene.
Yeah, you better not still be at dawnbreak.
Yeah.
Lollygaggers.
You guys coming?
No, I'm good.
Cool. I'll just take
You're
take your
good.
time. Take your time. Has Adrian arrived yet?
No.
Okay. So what is the free detail?
The free detail is that the van that has just arrived.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't have to care why you know this. It came from the West Bank.
Okay. They're in cahoots. So Kira has a move that she has yet to use this mystery that I think she can only use once, but I'm kind of wondering as she's scoping out if she could use it now.
What's the move?
It is Cast the Bones. Once per mystery, you may perform some kind of divination to glean information about the future. When you seek guidance by divination, roll plus sharp. On a 10 plus, hold 2. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. On a miss, you get some information, but it's not what you want to hear. And you can spend these holds to ask any questions from the investigate history move or one of the following questions. So I'm wondering if I can use that, because I kind of want to get a sense of the connections between like the West Bank and this, and like what exactly they're trying to do in there.
So what I'm going to basically require functionally and fictionally is that you're going to have to get out of the sky and go back to everybody.
Yeah. So I'll, after I get kind of seeing that, Kira will fly back. She's going to keep an eye out just in case she sees Adrian like on the way back to where the car is parked. And I think she would say, he hasn't arrived yet. Let's keep an eye out for him. Maybe we can intercept him before he gets there. And then, yeah, she'll regroup with the rest of the group.
Anybody else want to do or try anything? Otherwise, Kira's going to maybe try to cast the bones.
Does Mark see anything?
Roll read a bad situation. Because, I mean, yeah, you're on Summit Avenue in the middle of the night.
11. Do I see any strings attached or?
Not from the mansion. But it's faint because it's in that way where you're seeing something through other things. But there is like a little thread that you can just see sort of the beginnings of. And it looks like the narrow flame of a candle being blown in a direction by the wind. It's a few blocks away from you, a few blocks to the west, blowing in a certain direction, as though that's where it's kind of flowing to. But as it goes off, it fades and you can't quite continue to see it.
Is this different from other lines that I've seen?
No, it's not. The thing it reminds you of more than anything else is the mask that was holding Quinn here.
An anchor.
I relay that bit of information to the team.
And sorry, where was that located? It was...
A few blocks to the west.
Okay, I wonder if that's Adrian, perhaps.
Possibly.
Because Vanya had said something about Adrian's powers were given to him by Nathaniel Rose. And there is this union between Adrian and the elementals. It's like they stapled the elementals to Adrian. I wonder if that is this anchor, the mask. That's maybe what you're sensing on Adrian, is that whatever's been stapled. That sounds... I bet that's him.
I mean, is that something we want to check out right now?
In a minute, yeah. If we can cut him off.
Is there a way that Theo could magically analyze the blood that Kira got from Vanya to like make sure or see if it actually will or does connect and linked to Adrian?
What do you mean? What are you trying to do?
So like one of the effects of magic that I can choose is like observing another place or time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's like too far of a stretch to try and observe like him, where this blood goes to. Yeah.
It's not. I think that makes sense.
Okay. Could I roll that?
Yeah. That's what you want to do.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. Pick your glitch.
I'm gonna use ancient magics to negate a glitch, but I will take -1 forward.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know why I do this. So you see Adrian lit by the harsh light of a tipped over and uncovered lamp. So like there's a lamp on the ground that the shade is somewhere off elsewhere. The other things in this room, which appears to be a nicely appointed sort of front hall of a lesser mansion in an adjoining neighborhood, There is a good deal of blood on the walls and a good deal of blood pooling under the body that is a few feet away from him.
Is it Aaron?
No, it's an old woman.
Okay.
And he is like sort of kneeling, like sat down on his knees and haunches, and appears to be, I guess by all appearances, he is praying. That's what it looks like, at least.
Is this so that to the west or whatever from where Mark seems to have indicated, an adjoining neighborhood or whatever?
Yeah, she would know that. So yeah, it's that direction from you guys.
Okay.
I think Theo's going to relay, assuming we're like maybe in a car or something.
Probably like in Kira's car, yeah.
The blood that you took off of Vanya, it is connected to Adrian, and he's kneeling over a body.
Not over the body. The body is a ways away. 5 to 7 feet away.
Alive or no?
Not visibly breathing.
Okay.
There is a body, and there's Adrian. I think Theo blinks and kind of comes back to here. Do you want me to use magic against him now? It's obvious that he's already killed again.
I think we go after him and keep him separated from Nathaniel Rose. I have a feeling that those vans are bringing blood. They came from the West Bank, which is where those murders were happening.
That's where Adrian is to the west.
I think whatever they're trying to do, he helps them do it. Let me try one thing real quick. And I want Kira to see if she can do that move. Cast the bones.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay. That's 13.
Okay.
Can you remind me what that move does again?
Divination.
Yeah. It allows me to do some sort of kind of divination. And how I imagine it is for Kira, we're all sitting in her mid-size SUV. And I think it just gets even darker and the shadows start to press in the car itself, or maybe under the light of the street lamp outside. The shadows start moving and kind of showing a picture of whatever she's seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like this.
Donovan is there and going, focus.
So she can spend 2 holds. First hold that I want to ask is, what is being concealed inside of the house?
Which house?
The Stroud Manor. What are they doing?
They are assembling homunculi.
No! Okay.
Was it a singular or multiple?
3.
3 bodies. Okay. Are they trying to... Oh,
Yeah.
my mind... Oh, no!
Yeah?
I'm having theories.
What?
Are they trying to recreate the ritual?
That's not a question you can ask with this move.
I know, but that's what Lauren's wondering. Are they trying to recreate the ritual?
You know how he's going to respond.
That's
I
a really
know.
good question.
Why on earth would he tell you that?
Okay. Let me see if I can ask this.
I think we should just pull a move out of Jen's book and burn the building down.
Just burn it down.
Just burn it down.
Burn down everything inside. Close all the doors. Bar all the exits.
We'll just create a giant bubble around the house. Mark will just light it up inside.
Peace.
We'll ask your second question.
Okay. Oh fuck. What should I ask?
Because I might need to elaborate on your previous one.
On my previous one, on the homunculus,
Mm-hmm.
is Aaron in that house?
That is the other thing that I was going to elaborate on. The other thing that is being concealed in there is Aaron Davis.
Okay. Aaron. Okay.
Please don't burn down the house.
I forgot about that.
Don't tell me how to live my character.
Yeah.
Just burn it down.
Okay, so after the shadows, they move, and I don't know, does the rest of them see the shadows, or is it only I can read them?
I think the rest of them will see the shadows move, but only you know how to read them.
Okay. So I think then Kira kind of just clutches whoever is sitting in next to her.
It's almost certainly Donovan.
And she's Aaron's in the house. Shit.
Do you want me to then take down Adrian?
I think we cut him off from Nathaniel Rose. I think whatever that they need Aaron for, this homunculus thing, I think they probably need their blood elementamancer to do that. So I think we take out Adrian and then let's go storm the mansion.
Okay, so I do have a question for the rest of the group because I'm trying to figure out which would be fucking cooler. But I can either attack Adrian with lightning or entropy.
lightning. It's we know that
blood
is weak to lightning.
Okay.
That's what we found out from Vanya.
Cool. So Theo takes the vial of blood that we took from Vanya and put it in like a small, like little dish bowl.
What kind of bowl?
A dish bowl.
I'm trying to think of like.
This episode is now called Face to Face Part 3, The Dish Bowl.
I'm trying to think of like, okay, so you know those like little, like we use them little, like these little glass cups. They originally were like, had creme brulee in it, but we use it for like the cat's food or like whatever.
Oh, you are talking about
Ramekins?
ramekin.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So, but I'm assuming it's like ramekins are sort of flat, but this is kind of more of a...
Yeah, this is more of like a
dish, a bowl.
Dish bowl.
I know what you mean. I have those too. I use them for...
Give me my dish bowls.
Dips.
I use them for nacho cheese or cat food.
Yes. Yeah, I use it for ketchup. Yeah, so Theo's going to pour the blood in, I think cut her self and pour some of her own blood into it.
Are you just planning on attacking him like from here, or should we like get into position to like fight him also?
I was going to do it from here because I can do this from a distance.
You can do what from a distance?
I can use the sympathetic token move that if I have a personal object belonging to somebody, get +1 ongoing using magic against them, you can use magic against them at a distance.
And my thought was just we might want to get closer just in case like it doesn't work. Like if he like were to warn Nathaniel, that's what I'm worried about. I think Kira might start. She'll be like, do what you need to do. And she's actually maybe just going to start flying towards where Adrian was.
And Mark?
I'll follow towards Adrian.
Do you want to like fly with Kira? I.e. get flown by Kira?
I always end up falling.
I'm a good carrier.
You've got to toss me.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Okay.
Mark's like, let's fly.
Well, yeah, we have Mark's little thing up, so we'll just kind of be hanging out nearby and wait until Theo kind of tells us more.
So Theo's just like hanging out in the car with Catrell and the Sparks brothers are in their car next door.
Probably.
And Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, no. Catrell is going to fly with Mark and Kira.
That's what I figured.
100%.
Is Catrell going to fly, Mark?
She will. She's got 2 sets of wings.
Catrell, I need your help.
She perks up, so excited.
Would you be able to fly me in?
Pair of wings flies out.
To help these guys?
Second pair of wings pops out.
Is that a yes?
I would be honored.
Mark just nods slowly and just internally shakes his head.
She's at serious danger of like genuflecting and dropping to one knee.
So yeah, we're gonna fly and get ready.
Theo?
Put all the blood in this bowl. I think that Theo's cat skull choker lights up. I think I said like light pink.
If you haven't specified, I also imagined the like eye holes especially glinting as though there's eyes in there.
The choker lights up, glows. And Theo then says S3E11, which is Greek for lightning. 9.
Even after any bonuses?
Yeah, because technically that sympathetic token +1, yeah, it gets whatever. It gets canceled out because of the -1. Yeah, so it's a 9.
Pick a glitch. And I will not allow you to use ancient magics again right now.
I know. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's a problematic side effect.
Okay. So the first thing, remind me, say out loud what your intention with this spell was to be.
Essentially what I'm hoping is that Theo just like electrocutes him, like almost like the electric chair. So she just like kind of paralyzes him with like lightning and electricity.
Okay. Well, I have some good news. And I have some bad news.
Yeah, isn't that how it works out?
So you are still ambiently observing him seated, kneeling in prayer of some kind, focused. You finish your incantation, make physical contact with this pool of blood. He lights up from inside his mouth and his eyes, and he is steaming, and like all of his muscles seem to tense up at once, and he is riddled with this lightning electric energy. You and Mark, though, can see that same electric energy is also being suffused into this thin link that goes off elsewhere. Across town, this home in the Seward neighborhood, the front facade of it explodes out. Debris narrowly missing Talk and Casey and Anna.
And everyone else.
That electric current came all the way over here. Okay.
And leaping out from the facade of this thing is this huge, emaciated, but also horribly muscular. I mean, all I can tell you is it looks like kind of a Ekimara from Witcher or a blood-starved beast from Bloodborne. It's just probably, if it were to stand up, it would be 15 feet tall, but it is not standing up. It is crouched and on all fours.
Fuck.
Cool.
And its huge head levels its dead black eyes at you, probably, Casey. It skids across the yard, taking divots out of the grass and singeing them because it is suffused with electricity.
Cool. Anna takes a couple steps back. Fuck.
Hi, Lauren.
Hello, Miah.
And hello, listeners. Hello, listening party. Hope that you all are enjoying this action-packed, intense, one of our beloved NPCs are in danger and it's all Johnny's fault episode.
Did you say action pack?
Words are hard, but more importantly, I heard that you have announcements that you need to share with our listeners.
I do. A couple of things that are coming your way. First of all, for subscribers to our Patreon, we just had an NPC bonus episode that went out today featuring Mark's mysterious neighbor, Larissa Menagerie. It's a really good episode, and we will be doing another NPC episode in the future. So be sure to join our Patreon so that you can vote on what bonus content you'd like to see next. And as usual, our next episode of A Cover Story will be out in 2 weeks from now on August 15th.
You know the drill. If you would like to support the show, you can leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever your favorite listening platform is. Also, tell your friends. We love new friends. Word of mouth is the best way for our show to get noticed. And if you aren't already, you should totally follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter at Monster Playbook, or you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at Monsters Playbook. Also, we have an awesome, wonderful Discord server. We host listening parties on the Tuesday, usually the Tuesday that an episode gets released. There is currently a listening party listening to this now. And if you're able, supporting us monetarily is greatly appreciated. You can subscribe to our Patreon. We have a merch store. We also have a Ko-fi page. Links to all of these things and more can be found in our Direct Me profile in this episode's show notes.
Our promo for this week is for The Lucky Die, a D&D actual play podcast that aims to tell a dark and dramatic improvised tale. Edited for audio quality and beautifully scored, The Lucky Die focuses on 4 heavily flawed characters as they try to stop the apocalypse and make right the wrongs in their own lives. Let's take a listen.
You see, looking up from the ground, blood-red clouds boiling across the sky.
You did ask me to bring the thunder.
Detjen! Help! I've got the chalice, please!
Well, if they're following you, then I guess that takes care of a loose end for me.
All of you feel the earth beneath you shake and crack and break.
I feel that I have failed both of you, and I am sorry for that.
This has nothing to do with you being a bad leader.
Do you want a countdown? Oh, I think I want a countdown.
I wanted
3,
to help. I always had good
2,
intention. I
1.
did not deserve to die.
Now.
The Lucky Die podcast is a weekly 5e Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. Join our adventure every Monday wherever you download podcasts by searching for The Lucky Die.
You can find out more about The Lucky Die on their website at www.theluckydie.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And fun fact for this intermission recording, it's not just Lord and I here. John's listening to us record this.
He's in Discord with us in spirit.
Yeah. Say hi, John. Hey, you might not be able to hear him, but he's saying hello in spirit regardless. Oh, wait, try it one more time. Okay, maybe some of that got onto the microphone, but let's go back to the episode.
Okay, bye.
I've been rolling such middle of the road fucking
Oops,
rolls.
all 7s.
9.
Okay, you can ask one question.
What is this monster's weakness or weak point?
Presumably,
can Casey read a bad situation?
It can be managed the same way you've dealt with the others of its ilk so far.
I feel like that doesn't really answer the question. I'm looking for
I mean, you've been fighting elementals basically since you've been back with the team, Casey.
So we need to get rid of this tag or whatever that's on this thing? Because that was what the other ones were.
Anna, can you tell me that you've been learning some weird magic shit like Theo and Mark and Kira can do from Lincoln Ramsey?
Yes.
And Casey's gonna take a couple of shots.
I think Anna holds up her little clockwork necklace and is like, Lincoln.
What do I do?
And train for this.
Is there any way to make me give special eyesight so I can see these weird tags on this elemental?
Silence.
Okay, so Casey, you are fine. You're shooting at this thing.
Yeah.
We'll kick some ass.
13 advanced move.
Okay, what's your advantage?
I completely hold the advantage and all hunters in the fight get +1 forward.
Cool.
Okay.
I also don't know if it matters, but I do 5 harm.
It kind of matters. So, okay, you will square up and fire at this thing. And yeah, it'll just bore a hole in its chest, which will come out as though the whole thing was made out of liquid. Just explodes outward like you shot a bunch of jelly. But it will come at you with its enormous... These claws are huge. They're each one of these claws is the size of your forearm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think because they are charged with electricity as well, you will take 4 harm, one of which will ignore any armor.
Could Gia protect me? She is my team.
Roll it.
11.
Okay. Pick her advantage.
I think because Gia is Gia, I think all impending danger is now focused on her. Oof.
Okay. Yeah, I think, she'll sort of leap in there, eat the slash instead of you.
I think she pushes me away.
Yeah. And then basically stand there, a throwing knife between each of her knuckles, ready to make this thing mad as hell at her, which succeeds.
And you said that she would take 3 harm? Because you said what? It was 4 harm, but one of them...
It's 4 harm. Basically, no matter what kind of armor anybody has.
One of it will be...
Ignores
the electricity,
okay.
Basically.
Okay, so she takes 2. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the claw sort of gets stuck in her armor and doesn't quite go through, but she is still riddled with electric shock.
Okay. Does Lincoln say anything?
Roll manipulate someone. Or do you have a specific move to contact them?
You said that the necklace that I have kind of was a contact with them.
No, yeah, but I mean, do you have a deal with the agency per your apprentice status?
I think it's just kind of assumed that we're bonded. I mean, I quite literally signed a contract with them. They're just my mentor. I don't have any special move or anything.
Okay.
So manipulate someone?
Yeah, do it.
12, advanced move.
Sick. What are you gonna say? What are you asking?
Lincoln, do you know of anything that would allow me to see things that aren't normally be able to be seen? There's a elemental and it's got a tag. And I can't see it. Big electrical fuck. Or fingernails as big as my arm.
I think you will hear tinny through the gear icon. Lincoln's smoky voice, more serious than you're used to. I'm on my way.
Okay. Fuck. Can Anna try? This is maybe a long shot, but she had recently was able to see kind of with Inako's senses before. Could she try maybe opening that up again and see if there's something that she can't perceive that Inako would?
Roll plus weird.
11.
Okay. It's more like, oh, is a good enough roll that I am going to give this to you. I think it will be tough for you to like do what you are eventually wanting to do with this, but I can tell you that there is like what Inako can sort of scent from this thing is, yes, quite a lot of prey smell or carrion smell, but then there are big absences of it. One in the middle of each of this thing's palms, and then also through its heart, which, thanks to Casey's big shot, is kind of exposed. Filling in blanks because Anna's been doing reading. If you could only see the spikes, that's where they would be. Palms, heart.
Okay.
I now at this point want to switch back to the other party because Theo, having seen Adrian fry, steam, and fall over, you now see him move his arms underneath himself and push himself back up.
Can I electrify him again?
Can Mark do something as well?
What would Mark like to do is a more interesting question.
Can I burn him from the inside out?
I'm going to have you roll act under pressure to get there. You could probably, from the distance you're at, you could like attempt to launch some fire, but I'm going to have you roll act under pressure to see how fast
I can get up close.
Catrell can get you there.
6. I don't trust these dice anymore. Hey, I leveled up.
I'm sorry, Mark, but you're going to fall.
No!
Don't worry, I've got this. Mark takes 3 steps and trips on himself.
You're being flown by Catrell.
Oh.
And you like sort of wind up as though to try to attempt some kind of magic something.
Oh, that's right.
Which
Fuck.
takes her by surprise, and she and you forget that her muscles are those of a teenage girl, and she drops you.
Okay, bye.
And yeah, you are going to land hard on the roof of a house and slide down it and fall another 2 stories.
God. Ah! Sliding on his breastplate.
And crash.
Jesus.
Yeah. And they crash onto crushing somebody's garden. I think it's gonna be 1 harm. Ignore armor. You are winded.
That could have gone better.
And Catrell is diving, going, oh my god, 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 oh my god.
I think I get up and I just cough out some dirt.
Cartoon.
That's okay. Just
she's patting you down and brushing you.
Maybe we should walk.
No, yeah, totally. Okay. Or run. I'm gonna run.
All right, we'll run. And I think Mark drags himself a little bit and starts to get momentum. How long does it take me to get to the location? Because how far away are we from...
You're probably down to about 2 blocks.
Actually, I got a better idea. Let's just teleport there.
That is a better idea.
All right, hold my hand. Here we go.
And Kira's just continuing to fly and just where'd they go?
Okay, here's a question. My intention was to grab another pair of dice. I rolled a 5 and a 6 with this dice. Do I have to then go for those other dice?
If you rolled them, then no.
But does it come down to intent?
It actually almost doesn't matter, because let me tell you what happens. You grab Catrell by the hand, and you slide backwards into your their gateway. As you do so, Catrell's hand slips out of yours. And so you and you alone wind up teleporting into the room where Adrian and this dead woman are.
Catrell, where are you?
Well, I'm getting back in the air now.
Wait, was she not able to come through?
She was not able to come through.
I see. I thought you were saying she slipped out while I was in the other place.
No, she didn't come through at all.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you fly her? I don't know what happened, but be here as soon as you can. Thanks.
Yes, my prince.
Oh my god. I think Mark turns around and assesses the situation, and then can he do the from fire within?
Yes, let me tell you what the situation is. So again, there is just this naked light bulb illuminating the whole place harshly. To your left is Adrian, who is standing up, and one, kind of dusting himself off, but two, like, I think you see him reach up to his face and like pull off a layer of burnt skin, revealing fresh, undamaged skin below. To your right is this woman who is like, I will say you can see a blood bubble gurgle come out of her mouth.
Oh, so she's not quite dead?
She's not quite dead.
How far behind is Kira?
Roll act under pressure.
11.
Kira's gonna get here before Catrell, which is any second. Mark, you get to do your thing and then they'll come.
Fire from within inside this being and to see if I can stop him from regenerating from the inside out.
Roll it.
9.
Pick a glitch.
Immediate unwanted attention.
Okay, I'm pleased. So tell me precisely what magical effect you were trying to do. You wanted to burn him up from the inside?
I wanted to try to burn him from the inside out, so almost like conjuring of some, like, lack for a better term, lava inside of him that like just like starts emanating from the center of him to try to basically burn its way out.
Is that heartburn or lava?
Mark burn.
So Mark casts Heartburn.
Super effective.
Yeah, it's like Iron Man 3. And yeah, you can see like light as though from inside of him, and he's like sort of starts scratching at his chest uncomfortably, and then that too just like shoots the like focused light from the flames out his eyes and mouth and does burn him up, leaving just a ashen, desiccated husk that like slumps to the ground.
It's just like in Supernatural where the angels get stabbed in the back and then it's like never mind. Sorry.
I didn't watch that far, so probably.
So is he dead? Is he gonna like regenerate?
He's dead. And now flap, in comes Kira and Catrell.
He's gone. This desiccated thing.
Well, you're just landing. Do you want to run inside?
Yes, I want to run inside and see what's going on. Read it.
Okay.
I want to like scan the room. Yeah, I want to make sure he's not gonna like pop back up.
Why don't you roll read a bad situation?
14 advanced move. This ain't no fucking Dracula situation.
A point of light at the base of one of his shoulder blades begins to glow.
He's not dead.
And then it like sort of spreads a bit out from there. And then it's like his body sort of re-inflates.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, in Seward...
Does Anna share the information she found out from Iniko?
I think she'd take her shotgun and be like, hit it in the heart again. And then she is going to try to take a shot right at this thing to see if she can open up that little hole a little bit wider.
Roll kick some ass.
Woohoo! 13, because of +1 advanced move.
Nice.
Right.
Damn.
What's your advantage?
Inflict double harm.
Okay.
So with my gun, that would be 6.
So I'm going to say you are able to get in quite close indeed to this thing because it is so focused on Gia.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you blow its chest wide open. It will, in its flailing, get ya for 3 harm.
Okay. I have 2 armor, one of which is magical, so then do I take...
You take 1 harm then.
Yeah. It's got some sort of tag, just like the other ones. If we can pull it out, I think it's in its heart. That's one of... There might be something in its palms, too.
Okay.
Horowitz goes, pull out the heart. Got it. And brings out that hilt. Presses a couple of buttons and runs towards this thing.
Casey and Jesse will cover him with gunfire.
Do you want me to roll kick some ass for Horowitz?
Kinda.
Okay.
I want Casey to roll help out.
10 to kick some ass for Horowitz.
12 to help out. Advanced move.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Brother, sister team.
Okay, dope. So, yeah, Horowitz holds down a couple of the buttons on this thing, and it like...
Does it make the sound of the Sheikah slate?
No, it's like, it is like that pale blue, like kind of solid light.
Sure.
But I think because it's the Invisible Family, it's like a pale gray. And it'll extend out in like a bar that's like 2 feet long, and then open up into almost like a backhoe, but two of them, like a Jaws, kind of. I think with your sidearms, Casey and Jesse are just like pelting this thing, keeping it annoyed and distracted. He's gonna like run up its back and ram this thing into it, press some more buttons, and it will like spin around, just absolutely gushing him with blood. And then he will like push and fall through it.
Like through the hole.
Yeah. And like land and roll.
Just poof.
And then like the light of this rod thing will disappear, and then he will have something kind of football-sized clutched to his chest that he will run away from this blood monster.
Oh, yes. God.
And the thing will like hiss and screech and claw at the ground, scraping up sidewalk and dirt and grass, throwing it in every direction.
Still kicking even though it doesn't have a heart.
Yup.
I think we have to destroy it.
Cool. Does Talk have any cool weapons or things that they can use?
I mean, what did you equip them with? Why don't you on their behalf roll deal with the agency?
Oh, okay. 9.
You are aware that they are not supposed to, but they do have the red rifle. So they are going to get in trouble with you.
Okay.
But they'll just be like, fuck it, and pull it out, square up. I think because of the nature of that rifle and because of the fact that this is technically an NPC, I'm not going to make anybody roll for this. It is just going to explode off this thing's left arm.
Cool.
Where did you tell Darcy, Gavin, and Blink to be?
The manor.
Okay. You will be dimly aware that your phone has buzzed.
Cool. I'm a little preoccupied.
So, you can hear, I think Anna is the one who's going to be first aware of it. Oh God, why do I do it like this? I want to describe it distinctly as a distant fictional pair of wings beating in the sky.
What the fuck is that? It looks in like the direction of where she's hearing it. What do I see?
You see, silhouetted against the night sky,
Batman.
Superman?
bird made out of paint.
Oh, is it what is it? What was their name? What was their name again? The bird from
What was his name?
From the shop.
It was Skull.
Okay.
And then you see like just a glint of light that sort of gets brighter as it quickly approaches, and then like it doesn't quite hit the thing, but it lands at or near its feet, a big like bright yellow spear that immediately dissipates. And getting closer, you can see that in Skull's talons, he's holding Lincoln Ramsey.
Okay. Oh, about time he showed up. I've totally got this handled. It's like Horowitz is like running with this fucking giant bird. How do we kill this thing? Do we have to destroy its heart?
Skull's going to get a little closer to the ground, drop Lincoln, who's gonna land hard and reach into his vest and pull out like a thin tin disc. It'll split apart and run up to you, Anna, and go, close your eyes.
Okay. She's not gonna fight him on this because she's like, this is in the middle of battle.
You will feel Lincoln spreading something cool and viscous over your eyelids.
This isn't what I did to Mark, is it?
Gotcha.
Better not be.
Okay, and then as soon as he's done, she'll like open her eyes. What does she see? Things look different?
No. You see Lincoln waving his hands in front of you.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were putting
closed.
something. Oh, okay.
Yes,
well,
I was, and am.
I did. I closed my eyes.
So when you close your eyes again.
What now?
Now you can see the spikes.
With my eyes closed.
Yes. You can't see anything else.
Okay.
But you can see off in one direction, running and maybe hovering, flailing around in the air, a ways in front of you, another one, and then you can see lying stationary on the ground, a third one.
Horowitz, give me that thing.
I think I want Casey to roll act under pressure on his behalf.
9.
I will describe this as Anna sees it, with her eyes closed. You see one of the spikes sort of turn and, I guess, face you, and then rapidly begin approaching. You see another of the spikes come to rest near the ground, and then hurl itself at the one that's coming your way.
Can I protect Horowitz?
You can roll it.
11.
Okay, pick your benefit.
Can I hold the enemy back?
Yep.
And then how much harm does Casey take?
4.
Does any of that ignore armor?
1.
Okay.
How you doing?
Fine. I'm trying to do some math because when I protect someone, I suffer 1 less harm.
Nice.
So I only took the 1.
Nice. Okay.
So the shard that you recognize coming towards you comes towards you all the way. The one that had hurled itself at that one is frozen stationary. The rest of you who are looking with your human eyes see Casey having literally grabbed 2 of this thing's claws in her bare and now bloody hands, just wrenching them apart painfully on this thing's last remaining hand. And it is like screaming and spitting in your face.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Still super mad at you about the whole heart thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anna.
Yeah, Anna's got this thing now in her hands. How do I destroy this thing? Is this like something that Ether Touch would work on?
In fact, it is.
Okay, I want to see if she can try to do Ether Touch. Don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up. Do I roll use magic?
Yep. And don't fuck it up.
14, advanced move.
Yay.
So what happens is you reach out with your Ether Touch. You are able to connect your soul self and your physical self.
Ew.
Between that and the fact that you are literally reaching inside of an enormous heart. Mm-hmm. It is a little gross.
Yeah.
But you grab this thorn. 1, pull it out. But 2, inject it with a kind of specific energy such that it reverberates with the other 2.
Okay.
And now everybody else here can see them.
Oh, fuck yeah. Cool.
Can I do a thing?
Which thing?
Okay, I want Casey to roll from the alternative weird basic moves, no limits. When you push your physical body past its limits, roll plus weird.
Okay. What are you pushing beyond your physical limits to do?
So you said that I'm like holding this creature by like its claws or whatever, and like kind of trying to rip it apart. I rolled 11. So on a 10 or more, your body obeys your wills to the limits of physical possibilities.
Okay.
Don't know what the possibilities are on this list. It doesn't, like, it's like, see below. And I'm just like, below where?
Below me.
Thanks, guys.
Gross.
I mean, essentially what I want to happen is Casey, I'm wondering if she'd be able to rip the paw in like half and the thorn to fall out, since there's no more hand to stay in.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because of the circumstances of doing this, it will inflict an additional harm on you, because you will have to like dig into these things that are essentially blades on your naked hands.
Okay, so just 1 harm? Is this ignore armor? Or?
It is.
Okay.
But yeah, you have this thing basically by its sort of index and middle fingers, and you just drag your hands up to the knuckle such that you have the best possible torque and just pull. And it splits and it like catches for a minute, but you yell through it and pull harder and more. And then this like shard that is, I think itself about maybe a little under a foot long, that is giving off kind of an aqua blue aura, splits out from within it. From the middle finger out, you pull that part of the hand off of it.
So all of the spikes are essentially like removed. Do we have to destroy them though still?
Yes.
Okay.
Casey will grab this one and run towards Anna.
Who I think still has her eyes closed. Did we do it?
Here you go. Casey just like puts this footlong thing into your hands.
Oh boy.
Just a spike.
That is not what she said. And a roll ether touch.
Okay, do we have the other one that's on the ground?
Horowitz is going to go for it.
Okay.
That is a 7?
And this isn't a rote, right? It's like a
I don't have
spell.
rotes.
You don't have rotes.
Yeah, this is just ether touch. This is just something that Lincoln was teaching me how to do, Lincoln Ramsey.
2 things are going to happen at the same time, and then we're going to go back to St. Paul. The first thing that's going to happen is that Horowitz is going to click another combination of buttons on his hilt thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then a dim gray hammer is going to form itself out of it, which he will bring down on the severed arm of this blood monster, cracking the shard in that hand. The second thing that's going to happen is that Anna is going to take the other one and make as if to break it, but this is the danger of ether touch. Breaking it will break a part of you.
Uh-huh.
And in the excruciating pain that follows, you will fully lose consciousness.
How much harm do I take?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
If Anna falls, Casey will catch her.
Casey, why don't you roll act under pressure to do that?
Anna's like, oh, fuck.
It's just...
And then just...
it's horrible. It's
yeah,
horrible,
I think she like cries
but you know
out.
you have to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And you know that if you stop, it won't work. And you have to do it.
No.
I'm adding 2 to this.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. 11.
Okay. So then, yeah, you will take no harm, but you will be unconscious for the foreseeable.
Anna? I think Casey will just like pick up Anna and carry her to like my van, at least so she's away from what's going on.
As for the thing itself, its lame arm and its lack of arm, it's sort of flailing about a bit. It rolls onto its back and thrashes with its legs, and then its arm slams against the ground and splashes into liquid as melts the rest of it into this huge spray of blood that just flows down the curb.
Okay. So it's destroyed.
It's released.
That's right, because elements aren't actually, they don't actually get destroyed. They just are released. He was bound.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, in St. Paul, Adrian's body has been reinflated.
Is Mark still bald?
Yes.
Why are you wondering about that at a time like this? Okay, so he is reinflating. How do we kill him? Do we have to remove the anchor? I think Kira would say to Mark, do you see any sort of energy on him? Like those masks that we've had in the past?
I mean, I can take a look.
I'm going to need you to roll read a bad situation.
9.
So they blink in and out, but there's 3 of them somewhere in his upper body. But now that he's moving around, it's hard to pinpoint.
There's 3 like spikes.
Things. They don't appear to mark as spikes, not with a 9. I mean, the vibe you get is like staples. They're like things pinning him here. There's 3 of them. They're somewhere in his upper body, and with a 9, that's all I can give you.
Is there any way to amplify it so that we can easily see where those things are? Because we're having a difficult time. Like,
could Kira roll maybe on with her dark past and see if there's any magic she would know that would help?
You could roll it.
7. What blood magic do I know that could help here?
I think you know of it's not exactly time intensive, but it's not something that you can do on someone who's not willing. A kind of unknitting.
So you mean like kind of like entropy?
No, not exactly. It's more like the tool, the seam ripper tool in sewing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not great at it. You don't have a ton of practice, but you know who would probably know would be Donovan.
Okay.
Who would be able to do it would be him.
Okay, then I think Kira would over Skynet. Donovan, I think we could use your help here.
Over Skynet, you just hear the flap of wings.
I think Kira might try to... I'm wondering if she could actually maybe like hold him at bay with her life drain, like prevent him from reanimating or like inflating or whatever that he's doing. Because it seems like he's like, I don't know, like the blood's like filling him back up. I'm wondering if she could like kind of like freeze it.
Keep him squeezed.
Yeah, like put him in stasis.
Juice him.
How?
I was thinking with her life drain.
Well, you could use your life drain to do the traditional thing.
Okay. I will try that. Kick some ass. 11.
So since you're using that as kick some ass, pick your advantage. Do more, take less, take or give the advantage, or force them where you want them.
I think I want to give +1 forward to Donovan for whenever he arrives.
Okay. So you're going to grab and pull life energy from him, but because that's what you're doing, you'll do your damage, he'll do his. And what he is going to do is grab some of the light from this lamp, make it solid and like a club, and hit you with it.
Am I able to intervene there?
I don't think you really have to worry, but you can. Do you want to try to protect someone?
I'll try and protect someone.
Roll that, please.
Why do I try? Double ones.
Oh no.
So you don't help.
Oh, Kira! Mark, you're in the way.
What that means is that you do get in the way, and you will eat 1 2-harm swing from this light club.
My armor is +2.
Great, but you will be knocked aside. And then he's gonna basically take that momentum and throw another hit at Kira, and also it will land harmlessly because of her armor.
He's like, what are these people made of?
But he will remain mobile and alive.
Okay. My life drain, by the way, does 3 harm.
Great.
Can I try and sever the arm to postpone him hitting us?
With what?
With my blade of fire.
Roll kick some ass.
8.
Between your armor and his attack, you are basically trading blows back and forth. You have your flaming sword, he has his club made of solid light, and you are just clanging, fencing. You throw something, he will parry it. He comes at you, and you just clash it away.
What is Theo doing?
Theo is sitting in the back seat of Kira's car, now alone, aside from the Sparks brothers in their cars.
Mm-hmm. You were going to hit him with another bolt of electricity, I thought, like a while ago.
Of note, with what you've got, this would be the last shot you have to do a spell like that.
Okay.
You've been burning up blood in the doing of this.
I mean, I was going to try and read a bad situation to see if there's anything going on at the Stroud Manor, like if they are possibly alerted to what's going on to Adrian. Could I do that?
That would be use magic.
I was just going to, look.
Oh, I see.
Read a bad
with
situation.
Her eyeballs.
Yeah, with my regular eyes.
Well, you're parked a little ways away, but sure, yeah, you could roll that.
11.
Okay, you can ask 3 questions.
Is there any new activity going on to the house?
No.
Lauren, you had asked what our best way in was?
Yep.
What's the best way out of the manor? I'm thinking, if we manage to get in and, I want to get Aaron out, what's the best way to get him out?
Either, the rear garden or Mark Clayton.
I was going to say, if Mark could get there, he could just teleport him out.
I don't know if you would give this to me as just a freebie, but have there been any more, there's 2 questions I want to know, but would you give me a freebie of, how many vans have came since I've been sitting here?
It was just the one, and I won't make that count as
Okay.
a question. It was just the one that went in and hasn't come out yet.
Okay, my other question is, do we know for sure that Nathaniel Rose is here?
Yes.
I think Kira would shove Adrian against a wall and life drain him again.
Prove it.
6. Yeah, so Kira's gonna get a little backlash.
And the backlash is going to go like this. First, you will grab him on the shoulder, and it will feel as though your hand has been pierced by a knife.
Ow! Yep.
Then he will grab you on the side in your core and dig in with both his hands and with a similar kind of magic, and ignoring armor do 2 harm. And then his eyes flaking off a sort of grayish dead eye look at you wide, and he goes, "I also speak blood." Digs in harder.
I think Kira kind of just grunts and is like, Donovan! And I think this time she's just gonna straight up fucking elbow him in the nose.
The other thing I want to point out, even though he's not sitting in his chair, is that Catrell will shout, "Mark, head." Catrell has a wonderful idea for you, Mark.
What is this?
She wants you to try to cut off his fucking head.
He's just gonna regrow back his head.
Let him.
Okay. Mark winds up for a cut and then swings.
Roll kick some ass.
9.
Oh, boy. Okay. So you rear back with your flaming sword, and you go to cut off his head, and it gets fully stuck in the middle. And it's like singeing his neck skin. And he looks at you, and he grabs the flaming sword, and it also begins to bubble and crack his hand skin. And he's like, fire? How old are you people?
With that, can I shift the blade and
Okay, Zoomer.
Can I take the blade, shift it up so the blade is facing up, and then push out the top?
Roll kick some ass.
12. Advance move.
Pick your advantage.
Do more harm.
That's double.
Harm, yeah.
This is so Mortal Kombat.
Because he's doing what he's doing, while you do that, basically what you notice is you sort of have your hand in, you put your other arm under it and shove through. Once it's done, your blade isn't on fire anymore.
What the hell?
Catrell runs over and picks up his head, runs to the front door, and throws it outside.
Ugh. Just separates it, yeah.
What did you just do?
Made it hard!
Was he trying to regrow a head, or what is his body trying to walk towards it?
The body slumps down, falls over, and then a stream of blood goes oddly straight towards the front door.
Oh, gross. Kira just grabs a bed sheet from the bed and is putting it at the door.
Oh my god.
Stop it from collecting with the rest of the body.
I think Mark hears in his head Theo, how's it going over there?
Blood's on the run.
What does that mean?
Mark, now that the body isn't moving around so much, you can see that there is a glint at the base of his left elbow that is functionally glowing so bright that it's going to burn itself out. There is another glint on the base of his right elbow, and then another one on the base of his left shoulder blade.
Am I able to sever those connections?
How? Roll read a bad situation, because I want to see if I can help you through dice to put this together.
11.
With that roll, here's what I want to tell you. These are the staples. They are, for lack of a better term, extra lives. They're concentrated something that when the life drains from him, just pours into him and makes him come back.
Is this fucking dead life again?
No.
How do they keep getting this dead life?
You know how.
But no, I don't. How? Is Donovan showed up yet?
Yes.
Okay. I think Kira just points to the corpse and is there's a bunch of staples in this guy. I don't know.
It's going to be Mark explaining where they are, which will be plus sharp, and then it will be Donovan doing what he does, which will be plus weird. So Mark roll plus sharp, Kira on behalf of Donovan roll plus weird.
All right, and Donovan is a +1 because I gave him +1. That's a 10 for Donovan's weird.
8.
So then I think all that's going to really mean then is, so it's going to be that thing from TV shows it's a little false suspense.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark is pointing it out, and Donovan's doing his best to get in there and
a little bit to the left, a little bit,
knit it out, and then he's not quite getting the third one, and then.
Can I just transmit what I'm seeing to him using telepathy or whatever?
Eventually.
Okay, all right.
This is the false suspense, Mark. What will happen just before you realize that you can do that is that Adrian's head is going to roll back into the house.
Oh no, you don't! And I punt it.
I was just gonna say. I feel like Kira was thinking the same thing.
I want both of us
Let Kira do it.
Just in tandem. Get out of here.
Wait, so who kicks the head?
Actually,
Or can we both?
I want you both to roll plus charm against each other.
Oh my god.
One's gonna like kick sweep the other one.
plus charmer. Well, it's the same. Never mind. 13.
Just go.
Yeah. So it's gonna come in, and you're both going to be like in unison. Oh no, you don't. Kira's going to grab you by both of your shoulders, Mark, and be like, "Show him where to cut."
Yes.
And then run over, and she'll punch it, and you'll be like, "Oh, I can just fucking show him." And then you'll be like, "Donovan." And then you transmit what you can see to him, and he's like, "This is much easier," and gets.
I like how this just transpired.
Yes. Oh, I think when Kira kicks the head, she just kicks it, and then she shakes her head and goes, "Kids these days." All right, so that happens.
So Donovan unstitches these things, pulls them out. Neat. Back in Seward on the West Bank, Casey and Anna and the rest. What are you guys doing?
Anna's passed out, right?
Casey is watching over Anna. I think maybe trying to wake her up or assess her. Probably called talk over to help.
Is anything happening while she's unconscious? Is she like seeing anything? Is Lowry there?
Anna. Casey's like shaking.
Anna.
What? It's comfy.
Are you going to sit this whole thing out?
To like kind of look over to wherever she's hearing this voice. Do I see Lowry?
Yeah, and you're like in the forest.
Clock, do you have any water?
Oh. How did I get here?
I don't know. You couldn't take it out there.
Excuse me?
Hey, this is where you retreat when you're, beaten.
I think Anna's like,
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that supposed to mean, Lowry? Why are you acting like a jerk?
You're right. Congratulations on passing out.
You know what? Fine. Sorry if I passed out trying to help my friends. I'll go where I'm wanted. And she'll try to wake up.
Casey's gonna like splash some water on Anna's face. Anna, does she have like a pulse and like, is breathing?
She does, and she is. But Larry's gonna be like, afraid it doesn't work like that.
What do you mean?
He's going to point at the sky, in which there is an enormous crack.
Anything? I don't see anything beyond it.
No, it's just like there's a big crack, and it's just kind of like glowing.
Okay. I have to get up there.
No, you have to shut it.
Ugh. Okay. Do you have any infinite words of wisdom on how the hell I might do that?
Look, I've only been alive for a month or two, so I don't know how you pulse havers do it.
Okay. Well, I guess watch and learn. She's like, fuck, don't fuck this up, Anna. She's gonna try to focus, I guess, on like her headspace and see if she can just will that gap closed.
Okay. I'm gonna call that manipulate someone.
10?
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of let that happen, because between what you're doing and the fact that you will wake up with your head in Casey's lap with Lincoln holding his hands over your temples.
I was gonna say Casey would have moved Anna to like her van and like laid her down in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think as she feels maybe like starting to like wake from her drowsiness, the last thing she'll say to like Lowry before she like leaves and just be like, "This is how we with the pulse do things."
Oh, thank God. Welcome back.
Anna, you have a middle name now.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That's what it means. Whatever you want it to be.
What the fuck?
You don't have to decide now.
I think it's Anna Christine. Yeah, Anna Christine Ashwood. Why do I have a middle name? I don't. Okay, so I wake up.
Yep.
Is that like knowledge? Just like, does she know that now?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Weird. Anyway, Anna wakes up and kind of like looks around.
Oh, thank God.
Sorry.
Welcome back. What the hell?
Gets up onto like her elbows from the ground.
Take it easy. You're just unconscious.
Yeah. Did we kill it? Is it gone? Or whatever we needed to do?
Yeah, you did a great job. Talk, can you come here and, like, make sure there's any broken bones? Listening Talk is kind of the medic-ish person.
No, yeah, they are. Yeah.
Nice job. Right? And then Casey, like, looks at Lincoln to just be like, encourage her.
Roll manipulate someone. Subtract 3.
Fuck you. Oh, okay, it's a straight roll. Come on, die. It's a 4. Oh, no.
Lincoln will lean back on his haunches and kind of just go, you're up. Talk will come over and investigate your arms and sort of legs and pat you down and like sort of look for places that might be tender. Not really. I think you are, you do when they touch around your abdomen, that's still quite sore and hard to deal with. But then they pull out like a small flashlight and look at your eyes. Have they always been this color?
What do you mean?
You've got flecks.
Flecks of what?
What color are Anna's eyes?
They're sort of like a amber color.
Well, now they have bits of blue.
Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like any sort of like mirror in the van?
It's just the rearview mirrors and like the thing.
I think Anna like kind of gets up. I do want to say like when Ramsey is just like, you're up, I think Anna kind of visibly like deflates a little bit. And she will then, when Talk says that about the eyes, she like fucking scrambles up and like looks in the rearview mirror and is like looking at her eyes. She see blue.
Flex.
What the fuck? Lincoln! She turns around. This is not what I ordered.
Hang on. Come here. That's new.
What does it mean?
Hey. And he will grab you by both of your shoulders and be like, it's okay. This isn't weird. Well, it's weird.
You saying this makes me feel like it is more weird than it really is. It
isn't unprecedented.
This has happened before?
Well, no. But what I mean is, this isn't any weirder than where we like to live. Okay?
Do you know what happened to her? What's going on with her? She used some spell that you taught her, and now her eyes look like this.
If I had to put a term to it, I think she's opening.
What's opening?
Her.
What does that mean?
Your body's artificial, Anna, but you aren't.
So, is this like...
Casey and Anna are the same.
Is this like the whole, like...
Do I shoot her? Or...
No, Casey, I think is just kind of like, okay, so like, is this a similar situation as like when I was in the hallway and I had a limited amount of time before I disappear? Like, is there an expiration date? I mean, you made a body for Anna, so I mean... This is her, like, this is Anna, like, she's here.
This is the body that I made, but it's not necessarily Anna.
Are you saying that it's not permanent?
That I'm, like, changing?
At least that. I'll have to do some more, I hesitate to say tests, but hey. And he'll put a hand on your shoulder again and be like, this is good.
Is it?
Are they lying?
He is less sure than he is pretending to be.
Yeah.
It could be good.
How is this good? I don't... What if I liked my eyes?
I mean, hey, it's a great pickup line. Never mind.
What?
Excuse me?
What's the line? Tell me.
Yeah, Casey.
You dug this hole. You dug this hole.
If I told you had a beautiful body, would you create it for me from scratch? What's the line? Give me the line.
Come on, sell it, Casey. Look me in my fucking heterochromia eyes.
What I meant to say that it looked really cool and pretty. I'm gonna go check on Horowitz. You got this covered, Lincoln.
Is Casey like hitting on Anna?
2 for 2.
No, I was He's trying to help the situation a little bit. He's just gonna walk away.
I'm confused.
I'm gonna check on Horowitz.
Anna, do you remember when I made your body?
I remember waking up.
Do you remember that we were concerned at how fast it happened?
Yes.
This might be what makes that okay.
I don't understand.
No, you don't.
I think Anna actually just hugs Lincoln because she's like kind of scared. Yeah. She doesn't know what it means.
Yeah, and I think it's that thing where like his hands kind of go out in surprise and then are like, oh, we're doing a hug, and then we'll wrap around you.
She'll take a second and then she'll like pull back.
And then he will say, this will be okay.
You promise?
I don't often promise, but today I do.
Hank, she kind of just nods. I'm gonna hold you to that. Or else I'm gonna haunt your ass.
Okay.
Can Casey talk to Horowitz?
Sure.
Casey's gonna go over. How you doing? That was pretty smooth back there. Impressive, even.
Horowitz, covered in blood, except for like just the front of his face, is gonna be like, smooth. Thanks.
You okay?
I'm psyched that I'm alive.
Same. But I hear a but.
I think that the vibe that you're getting from him is like he's coming down from combat high and he's like slipping into normie shock.
Okay. Hey, come here, follow me.
Okay, he will follow you without question.
Casey's gonna lead him to, I think, like the side of the house. She's gonna find a hose. Okay, this is gonna get real cold, and she's just gonna like spray him down with water.
What's gonna get? Whoa!
Because he has blood all over him.
Okay. He's gonna like kind of just stand there and take it, not knowing what else to do, and then just get best you can do rinsed off. Okay.
It's better to be wet than bloody. Plus less questions.
Plus I was wet anyway.
Would you rather be wet with water or wet with blood?
That's a question that answers itself. Oh, wow. Quick question. Has Doors attempted or succeeded to make inroads with the fucking cops?
I think it is a to-do, because I am reading a lot of the Mercy Thompson world, because in that book, the werewolves come out and it's a slow process. I'm kind of imagining it's something similar to that, where Casey, though, is trying to make connections with the other kind of supernatural organizations, and then is going to try and make the connection with the cops and be like, hey, we're this huge resource.
Weird stuff first, then the normies?
I think so, just to kind of get everybody in the same boat. And I think if anything, like if any of the organizations don't want to play nice, Casey can then let the normies know and just be like aware. I kind of understand maybe where you're going with it, but I do have an idea. I want Casey to have like somehow, I want Casey to do something, but I feel like there needs to be a little bit more of a conversation. But I think Casey's going to say to Horowitz, you know, you are pretty capable. That was pretty impressive. I mean, to even jump on the back of that monster takes guts.
Technically, I jumped through the back of that monster.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that yet.
Yet?
I mean, I probably won't because I'm the director now, but less action, more desk stuff. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, that's more enjoyable than being possessed. I've had that happen like 3 times. Hey, you wanted to know, like, the real spooky shit, right? This is your city? Our city?
No, you're right. This is the kind of stuff that happens. This is the kind of stuff that happens.
You said you know the Invisible Family. They've helped you. I've had many encounters with them, so I know that they cannot be forthright. And I'm sorry that I wasn't forthright when I first saw you this evening. It's a whole world you're gonna get opened up to. And this is the 2nd or 3rd time we've run across each other.
Yeah, it's becoming a pattern.
How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it? What does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
It's just what it is. It's just the world I guess I've been living in this whole time.
You still want to protect it? Even if things could be, what was that, like 13 feet higher, taller than you?
I think he'll tap his badge again and be like, that's what this means.
I want Casey to have pulled a business card from somewhere and hand it over to him.
Okay.
And that's what this means. On one side it says doors, the other side it says director, and then there's a phone number. Like very simple, clean white, and I imagine like a gold tan like lettering, very nice.
I think knowing what you mean by it, he will like respectfully put it into his shirt pocket.
If you ever come across any more weird stuff, or need advice, or whatever, you can give that number a call.
Okay. He'll hold out his hand to shake yours and say, or whatever.
Casey will take it and do the exact same shake that he gave her at the beginning.
All right.
It's nice working with you, Officer Horowitz. Hope I don't have to come across you in another crime scene.
From your lips to God's ears.
Casey will walk past him to talk. Do you got this handled now?
Oh, what? I don't even know if this is useful at this point, but I think Anna would actually go try to collect some of the blood from the scene. I think I had said that she was going to do that.
Just takes the body.
You guys don't need this, right? Right?
We need this.
Because, yeah, she wants to get that sent back to Dawnbreak, since that was technically Kira's quest that she needed to do for them.
And you know what? Horowitz will let you.
Agent Kaito, you got it from here?
Doc will straighten a bit. Nod once, sharply.
Did you come out here on your own? Where's your team?
They're at some of the other sites. This isn't the only Vic tonight.
Speaking of, we've got to go.
Yeah, if you see your buddy Diego, tell him he needs to give me a call.
Casey's gonna shake her head at Talk and just be like, no, don't tell him.
Yes, tell him.
Doc's gonna throw their hands up like, I'm not getting into this.
Alright, we'll get back in the Cosmo.
Casey will give Talk a kind of salute or just gesture off.
Talk will sort of gesture to Casey and the van and be like, it's good to see you both.
Yeah, you too.
Oh,
Oh, never mind. Just kidding.
They meant the van.
Okay, cool. I get it. It's fine. Never mind, Talk. You know what?
It's okay, Anna. I'm sure they also, they meant actually you in the van. I mean, because Talk can see me
fine.
anytime.
They didn't.
We're gonna head back to we're gonna head to the manor, Stroud Manor. I think Casey's going to drive. She will tell Anna underneath the seat there's a survival kit and there's some granola bars and water bottles under there if you need some. Is Lincoln coming with us?
Whirls her head to Lincoln. Yeah, are you, Lincoln?
It'll manipulate someone.
Oh, 6.
Ooh. Honestly, my intention with that roll is that I think Lincoln will look at you and be like, yeah, I probably better.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what it means.
Yeah. I think he starts eating her granola bar and then just kind of leans her head on Lincoln's shoulder. Starts eating it.
Lincoln shrugs your head off his shoulder.
Oh!
And then leans into you and says, we are here to work.
I know. Fucking jerk.
Cosmo rides its way eastward. Meanwhile, the full moon gradually rises above the Stroud Manor. Somewhere in its bowels, a scream rises up. Executive producer Jonny Grubb. This has been The Monsters Playbook, featuring
John Wander as Mark Clayton,
Lauren Johnson as Anna and Kira Ashwood.
Miah Detjen as Casey Davis and Theo Nessos.
And Jonny Grubb as literally everybody else. Our theme song is by me, Jonny Grubb. The Monsters Playbook is produced and engineered by Miah Detjen and edited by Miah Detjen and Lauren Johnson. If you liked this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find the Monsters Playbook on the social media channel of your choice. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. You can hang out with us on our Discord. And if you like what we're doing, please consider supporting us on Patreon. We'll see you next episode where, as always, I'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening.
Do you want me to do anything with Vanya's blood? Since her blood is since,
the hell was that? Is that an owl?
That was the sound of blood. That was the sound of you wondering what to do with blood.
Lariat? When did you get here?
When did I feed him last?
No.
Shut up. Does my bird have enough to
That
eat?
should be in a shirt. Did I feed my bird?
He's a conscientious pet owner.